Okay, so this reading is for Cancer. Cancer. Let's see. Who is loving you in so much that they're going to fight for your love? They're ready to fight for this connection. Let's see the connection between Cancer and Aries. I gotta put up the visual on my side so I can make sure everything's in the shot. Here we go. Okay, they want to fight for your love. Let's check out Cancer with Aries. Cancer with Aries. So there's Aries energy. It looks like I'm getting a 50-50 will or they won't, but they more so would rather you fight for them. And it looked like it depends on the circumstance of the relationship. Let's take a look at Cancer with Taurus. Well, this connection says, again, half of them will, half of them won't. It depends on the nature of your connection. The one that came on the table was they got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So I should have started with my disclaimer. This is entertainment. I'm practicing, so please take it with a grain of salt. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it. I'll be back to do another one. This is entertainment. Just for fun, guys. It's not intended to resonate with everybody. Now, as far as the Geminis, it looks like in the past they definitely would. In the present, it looks like they would. In the near future, if the problems persist, half of them will, half of them won't. So it looks like you guys, because I did one for Gemini and Cancer, looks like you guys would pretty much fight for each other's love. So it looks like we're getting a connection here that you guys would fight for each other's love. Let's take a look at Cancer with other Cancers. Cancer with other Cancers. All right. So this one suggests that you will, as the connection progresses and solidifies. But if you just met in the past, no, they wouldn't. They would hold back from fighting. But as you guys progress, they would. But it does also suggest that there might be some financial manipulation in the tactics that they would use to fight. Okay, so let's take a look for Cancer and Leos. Cancer and Leos. So again, with this one, you know, the disclaimer again, it's not intended to resonate with everybody. This is entertainment practice and just for fun. Because this particular connection is one that looks like a sneaky link. And they would fight behind the scenes. See, again, another energy that's talking about behind the scenes. Because they would want to play their role and not cause too much attention. But yeah, they would fight. It does suggest that they do love you. And also their method of fighting would be, fighting for you would be different because again, it's behind the scenes. But as your connection progresses and you become more intense, that they will fight to keep your love. But it looks like they would fight to try to seduce you, to try to let you know that they want you, you know, that they're the ones for you. Let's take a look at the Cancer and Virgo connections. Cancer and Virgo connections. So in the beginning it says no, they would just stop liking you. They would emotionally disconnect. It continues to say the same thing. They would emotionally disconnect and they would not see this connection as being viable. Doesn't look like they would fight. Yeah, no, they're not going to stick around. They're not going to trust you. They're going to disconnect and they're not going to see the connection worth fighting for. Let's take a look at Cancer and Libra. For Libra, it looks like they would just lose interest right away. They would not see you as attractive. They wouldn't want to be with you. But if your connection were to progress and you actually have some chemistry here, then it looks like they would fight for you. But they would verify. They would manipulate. They would try to seduce you. And then if things progress in that way, that they would do some tit for tat. Let's see, Scorpio and Cancer connections. It looks like Scorpio would be devastated because they wouldn't expect that. But it looks like they would detach and walk away. So I don't see them fighting. They would just detach and walk away from the connection is what it looks like. How about Cancer and Sagittarius? So first of all, they come into this picture loving you. So that looks like a yes. It looks like they would love you even more. Seeing somebody wants you would make them even more attracted to you. And so yeah, they will fight for you. Okay, that's what that says. And watch out too, because it looks like they would go diabolical. Alright, let's look at Cancer and Capricorn. Cancer and Capricorn. So it looks like at first they'll try to play it off like they don't even see nothing, they don't know anything. They will keep it to themselves what they know. Now there's look like they would work behind the scenes. So it feels like their approach to fighting for you would be very different, unsuspecting, calculating. You won't even know that they know. They're not going to let you know that they know. They're not going to let you know what they're doing. But basically, it does look like they would be doing something. Yeah. Heads are going to roll. That's what that looks like. Let's look at Cancer and Aquarius. Cancer and Aquarius. Cancer and Aquarius. Cancer and Aquarius. Huh. Cancer and Aquarius. Huh. That's a Cancer and Aquarius. The Four of Swords. I don't know. It looks like at first they might feel like popping off, but they're going to keep their composure. And they're going to get better at keeping their composure as time progresses. And then they're going to put walls up and try to start blocking you out. That's what that looks like. And let's see what else. And then they're gonna, now, looks like they're not gonna fight either. They're gonna block you out. They're gonna, yeah, no, it looks like they might leave and you won't even notice that they're gone type energy. Like, kind of ghosting you. Not even really. This one right here says no. They're gonna block you out. First, they're gonna block you out. And then they're going to just get more subtle with blocking you out. They get better at blocking you out. That's what they say. I don't see them fighting. The most fighting that they're going to do is to let you know that you're blocked. That's what it looked like. First, you're going to know that you're blocked. And then they're just going to be gone. That's what that looked like. Cancer and Pisces. Cancer and Pisces. So it says Pisces is going to be devastated, but they're going to get over it fast. Again, getting over it fast. They might think about what they could do to you, but it looks like no, they're just getting out. All these cards are in reversal. So with those reversals, it does look like half will, half won't. Those who don't will be getting over it fast. They might think about what they could do to you, but it looks like they'll pass on the opportunity to do that. But half will and half won't. The ones that are going to do it, it looks like you're going to regret. They're going to make sure that you regret that. They're going to make sure that you regret it. That's what that looks like. Okay, they're going to make sure that you regret crossing them. That's for Cancer and Pisces connection. So that's what I have for you right now. Thank you for tuning in. I'll be back. And hey, in the chat, I'll be right back to do some other ones. I'm going to work on Leo's next. Signing off for now. Until next time. Peace.